What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about how to tame your panther chameleon. Now, if you're like me and you like reptiles, you're going to eventually run into how much you really want to have a panther chameleon. They're one of the coolest animals in the animal kingdom, one of the most colorful as well, and that's why I had to have one in my collection. Chameleons can be rather ornery, they can be kind of defensive, and a lot of times they just want to shy away and be scared by people, especially if you come into their cage wanting to rip them out. So handling your chameleon is something that needs to be done carefully. And so today the goal is to show you how I've been taming this chameleon, and hopefully you can have some success with your own. When you first buy your chameleon, you're going to want to keep it in its cage for at least a week. I would suggest 3 to 5 days. Let it get used to where it is and what's going on before you try to interact with or handle it in any way. So the first thing that I do to get my chameleon used to me is just by standing near the cage, spending time around it, spraying it down with the mister. That gives the animal some time to realize that you're not 100% a threat, that he still may be very unsure about you. So as you move around the cage, make sure that you move slowly and gently, because you don't want to startle these animals. This is a very shy animal that likes to stay hidden, it likes to go undetected. But with that being said, they can become very friendly towards you, and eventually the goal is to have them come out of their cage and crawl under your hand so you can handle them and enjoy their company, and they enjoy yours as well. So when you get to the point that you're going to want to start interacting with your animal, the best thing to do is to slowly approach the cage and open the door. Allow him to know that you are in fact coming into his environment and you will be interacting with him. So with this door already open, he knows that something's about to go down. Whether he's getting fed or getting handled or getting sprayed, he knows that when I'm here and the door is open, that something's about to go down. Once your cage door is open, you're going to want to start working your way towards the first step in taming your chameleon, and that is hand feeding. Now, up until this point, you've been taking crickets, worms, and putting them into the cage and letting him hunt them down. They don't need many, especially as babies. You just start with a few insects a day, 4, 5, 6. Just don't leave a bunch of bugs roaming around the cage that he's not going to eat, because they will begin to irritate him or stress him out. But now that you are beginning to tame your animal, you're going to want to start hand feeding him. And so what I would do is show you how I have begun to hand feed this chameleon. Open up your container where you keep your insects. I've got crickets. You can see the orange cubes are the food that they use to stay hydrated and stay fed. That way they're nutritious by the time the chameleon gets them. And then I've got the Fluker's calcium dust here. So with a chameleon like this, you want to have calcium 5 days a week, and you also want to have vitamin 2 days a week, and I'll show you that as well. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to grab your cricket. Don't let him get away. And just hold him by one leg. Let's see. Come on. So once you get your cricket by one leg, you're gonna dip him in the calcium so he's nice and white. You're gonna go over to your animal's cage. He's gonna see the cricket, start to approach, just like that. Bam, he's taking it. That's pretty cool, right? I know. So after you start hand feeding your chameleon, you're going to want to go several days, weeks, whatever it takes for him to get more and more comfortable doing that. Now, I've been doing that every day, and so my chameleon is very calm. He's very cool with me feeding him by hand. But yours might take some time, so just be patient. Offer him food. If he doesn't take it, put it in his cage, let him hunt it down, try again tomorrow. So this is the cool part, because once your chameleon gets very used to you hand feeding him, he's going to allow you to get closer and closer with that food and with your hands in general, because he's going to associate your hands with the coming of food, and who doesn't love that, right? So watch closely, as what happens next is the next step in taming your chameleon. You're going to want to have your food ready in hand, and your offhand is going to be ready to have the chameleon crawl out onto you as he tries to get the food. This is a little bit of a bait and switch where you show him the food, he pursues it, but you pull it just out of reach and then you offer your hand as a branch so that he can get closer to eat the food. Come on, Okko. Oh, you dropped it. Come here. So, it's pretty cool, huh? A lot of people have wondered how to get your chameleon to come out to you, and this is how you do it. I figured this out recently, and I wanted to share it with you guys, because I know chameleons become really hard to handle if you let them get aggressive and they get defensive. So, I just want to show you how I was handling mine and how the progress is really paying off. What do you think, Okko? You like that? I'll show you a little close up. So here he is. Very cool, right? So, now that you have your chameleon out in your hands, you can begin to handle them freely, just moving slow. And he behaves somewhat like a bird, so you want to put your hands low so that he can walk out onto your hands with no problem at all. You can see he's nice and happy. He's bright and green, but he is not what you would say fired up. He is very content being held by me. We spent a lot of time together, so now he's pretty comfortable being handled by me, and I don't feel like he is stressed or something. If you're a chameleon expert and you think that he's stressed, let me know in the comments, but I think he's doing really well. He's nice and chunky, and his colors are bright and vibrant. They're coming in really well. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe so you can see more. I have lots of animals to show you. You want more food, buddy? Right here? How's that look? Pretty cool, huh? Once you get your chameleon eating out of your hand, you really got him where you want him, and he couldn't be any more tame than this. Just be sure that you don't do this too often, because chameleons do have a high stress level. They have a low threshold for high stress. So you don't want to spend too much time handling him, because he will begin to worry a little bit about why he needs to be removed from his home so often. But with that being said, spending time with your animal is a great way to build a bond, and it can only grow. You want another? You want one more? How about right here? Nice, buddy. Very cool. One of his favorite places to be is on top of my head. Maybe because when I first brought him home, I let him free roam and do his thing, put him on my shirt, he took off straight to the highest point. So now, anytime he gets a chance, he runs straight up my arm, up my neck, and sometimes he pinches onto my ear, but he'll climb straight up on top of my head and hang out like this. Very cool animal. This guy's beautiful, and I've waited a long time to have a panther chameleon. They do require a lot of attention, but very rewarding when you do provide the care that they desire. I hope you guys enjoy this video and that you have luck taming your little chameleon. Alright, buddy, you gotta go. Bye-bye. Nice job. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace.